Hello, everyone. Welcome to Teamwork Design, where we strive to design life from conversation to communication. I am your host, Terry Mera. I read that we are the only animals that self domesticate on this planet. Finish your food on your plate. Some children die from starvation on the other side of the world. We were told, right, when we were children, whether by our parents or grandparents. Do you tell your kids that the same? Do you still apply that to yourself, even though no one is telling you that anymore? This is called self-domestication. It started with good intentions from our parents or grandparents, imposed their beliefs on us, whether we are too full to take any more food or don't want to finish the food on our plate. We feel some level of guilt because they put this guilt trip on us, whether consciously or subconsciously, and finish our food for reward, like good girl or good boy. Now, let's expand that to religion, politics, and social behaviors. Very recently, I saw headline Melania Trump's outfit at the Rosalind Carter Memorial Service turned heads. That's the headline of many news. Some cultures wear white and some wear black. Some criticized her and some defended her. It would be a different story if Melania Trump were hot pink or bright red, but rather she chose a somber gray, which is a perfectly acceptable color for funerals. Culture, religion, politics, and the purpose of coexistence domesticate all of us. If I were to wear a bright red, yellow, or blue outfit at the funeral, oh, the criticism that I will receive. Can you imagine? Do I honestly agree with wearing all black at the funeral? I don't know. I haven't thought about it. But this simple question led me to many questions about my self-domestication and beliefs. Just like when we were kids, we believed in Santa Claus's existence until we stopped. I am not saying whether self-domestication is good or bad or right or wrong, but it's worth evaluating our self-domestications, whether it is good for us or do I even agree with it? Am I aware any of my beliefs that domesticate me in my life? I am not saying let's wear a red or a green jacket to a funeral, but I am aware that this is a cultural domestication that we collectively agreed on. And I know I prefer to wear other than black, and I know I might prefer to wear other than black, but I will wear black respectfully. This got me thinking about my funeral. I want mine to be a party. Wear the brightest colors, celebrational outfits, and dance to wonderful music. I want my funeral to be a celebration. My death should be a great reminder to all of my loved ones to celebrate every breath they take. Simple examples of self-domestication, such as finishing all the food on your plate, that leads to adulthood when no one is reinforcing that upon you. By automation, after years of applying someone else's beliefs that triggers guilt, shame, seeking validation, and avoiding any form of a punishment or resentment as a child. And we have a social and cultural agreement to wear all black at the funeral. For how many years have we valued men more than women, considering a man to be a leader in the community and family dynamics wasn't questionable for many years among many cultures? However, considering a woman a leader is still a struggle to digest collectively. The term housewife sits better with us than house husband, right? How many women live with this self-domesticated idea of a housewife instead of a leader? You see, we don't realize that so many elements that we believe, agree, and live with are more often than not some form of domestication, and we apply that to ourselves without much awareness. In the Korean community in the United States, Koreans, especially the older generation, often look down on other Asian communities. For example, when someone says to any Korean, "I thought you were Chinese," we take it as an insult, but that's a collective belief system that we impose on our community members and domesticate us to think that such a comment is an insult. At first, I react to that as an insult, to be honest. But having Chinese friends, traveling to China, and experiencing diverse Chinese culture, I disagree with that ideology, and I don't take it as an insult. But with the understanding that my appearances may be difficult to guess for some, and that people's projection is based on what they know and experienced, I shall respect for what it is and pay no mind. So imagine how many self-domestications we have agreed to, believed to be true, and practiced it with our lives without awareness. Religion, politics, social culture, tradition, and even habits that we accumulate. What are your self-domestications? Are they your true beliefs? Or are they imposed upon you based on guilt, shame, punishment, or reward? Something to think about. Thank you for tuning in. This is your host, Terry Mara.